I think, there's a lot of communities that are vulnerable right now because of this rise of fascism. You have non-white communities, you have immigrants, asylum seekers, LGBTQ people, and women, of course. And I think people could debate this, but it feels a lot more socially acceptable to all get together and bash women. It's locker room talk. It's boys being boys. And so being a flaming misogynist and rallying other misogynists around that rambunctious boys will be boys locker room talk behavior allows you to consolidate your power to go after all the other groups and to have strength in numbers. And I'm telling you, misogyny is insidious. I mean, the fact that we're just sitting here and women are still earning less per dollar than men, women are still carrying the heavier load in the households and raising the children, running the household. And it's just a given, and it's expected that they do it. And men get accolades and are held up as some enlightened beings if they share the load or pitch in. And it's still a massively male-dominated world. Men run industries, men run governments, they run TV shows. When we see women making progress into positions of leadership anywhere, it's even if it's like minuscule, it's like, oh, well done. So what I'm saying is the war on women is everywhere. It's the air we breathe, and the progress isn't enough. And we know that because we've got guys like Elon Musk going unchecked. They're able to do what they do and get away with it and still be treated as socially acceptable. And they get worse and worse and worse. And they start expanding their cause to go beyond women.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because I wonder how much has changed since I had kids. Like, my kids were born in 2007 and 2011, and there's definitely a culture of misogyny that was always there in America. I remember it was really pronounced in clothing. Like, every little, thing I tried to find for my daughter in Target was, princess and pink and mommy's little lady. And like every, boy thing was like covered in trucks. And it was like, daddy's tough fireman. They were so ridiculous. I remember I wanted to make a quilt out of all these like sexist onesies that I ended up buying in like, 3 packs because they were cheaper. And I'm like, whatever. But one thing I didn't see was the kind of aggression, that you're talking about on playgrounds, more from boys or girls. I really didn't see that. And I wonder if it's because of this shift, especially since the Me Too backlash, since Trump, and acceptance of misogynist culture. I mean, I also think, we're dealing with kids who have had to deal with a pandemic. So, anger and sadness, it's going to come out in all sorts of ways. But I wonder if there is more tolerance for boys acting out than for girls, because we are getting so used to this horrible domineering male culture, which did arise, I think, in part because of the backlash to Me Too. They wanted to make sure that Me Too could never happen again. It's just like when Nixon was impeached and the Republicans created, the whole right-wing media infrastructure and Fox News to make sure no Republican president could ever be impeached again. They don't want women or victims of sexual assault in general to ever have that much power again. And so they shifted the political culture, and we may well be seeing the results of it with kids.